14. So at the end of the discussion, the students will be able to define the COLREGs Rule 14 and promote a predictable and uniform approach to head-on encounters at sea, reducing the risk of collisions and enhancing the maritime safety. First part of Rule 14 is when two power-driven vessels are meeting on reciprocal or nearly reciprocal courses so as to involve risk of collision, each shall alter her course to starboard so that each shall pass on the port side of the other. So when this rule will not apply unless both vessels are power-driven vessels. It goes on to say they need to be meeting on reciprocal or nearly reciprocal courses, so they need to be approaching so as to be involved in risk of collision. So basically, if risk of collision does not exist, obviously you don't need to apply this rule. And immediately says each shall alter their course to starboard so that each shall pass on the port side of each other. Then it's telling both vessels they've got to take action, which means both vessels of the giveaway vessels is in a head-on situation and there is no stand-on vessel. Blue vessel down at the bottom of the screen. She's going along quite happily heading through north 000. Then she sees the red vessel up ahead. Now the red vessel are going in south 180, so these two are actually meeting on reciprocal courses. First thing they need to establish is where the risk of collision exists. To do that, they've got to continue to monitor for a little while. After a while, they've established the bearing between them, that it is not changing, so they knew risk of collision exists. They're also in sight of one another on both power-driven vessels. So therefore, there is a head-on situation within the meaning of the rules. As per the first part of the rule, both vessels shall alter their course to starboard, so each shall pass on the port side of the other. Once they've altered round to starboard of the course, the port side, light is visible from both vessels. They can continue past each other until risk of collision is over and they're finally passed and clear, at which point they're free to alter backward to port and continue on their previous passage.
Head-on situation. Such a situation shall be deemed to exist when a vessel, the other ahead or nearly ahead, and by night, she could see the masthead lights of the other in a line or nearly a line and or both side lights, and by day, she observes the corresponding aspect of the other vessel. So, when meeting head-on or nearly so, either vessel shall signal its intention with one short blast, which the other vessel shall answer promptly. Both vessels should alter their course to starboard so that each will pass to the port or left side of each other. Thank you.
In my part states that when a vessel is in any doubt as to whether such a situation exists, she shall assume that it does exist and act accordingly. Means that in practical terms, this means that the vessel should take precautionary actions as if a head-on situation is occurring. Even if it's uncertain, this is done to promote safety at sea and prevent potential collisions in situations where vessels may be on converging courses. Essentially, it emphasizes the importance of proactive measures to avoid accidents when there is any doubt about the other vessel's actions or intentions. Thank you.
Assume that two power-driven vessels are approaching each other on reciprocal or nearly reciprocal courses, involving risk of collision. Both the vessels should alter course to starboard and pass port to port. At night, each vessel would see both of the masthead lights. Both side lights will be visible when within range. Masthead lights may sometimes appear nearly in a vertical line, but as long as both side lights are visible, it is a head-on situation.